How you doing? I'm great. I'm great.
Absolutely. We got Tyler Booker in the building, freshman offensive lineman for your Crimson Tide. Join us right here virtually on In My Own Words on a Friday. So, Tyler, you got a really cool opportunity to be a part of the Players Lounge, this NIL partnership here, which was kicked off by former Georgia quarterback Aaron Murray. Just for the Alabama fans out there, can you talk about how this came to be, how you got involved with it? Just how cool is this?
It's a really unique experience. So someone from Connecticut actually put my name in with the Players Lounge and connected me with Aaron Murray, and we just started talking. And then I saw it was a great opportunity, and it's really the new era of sports, really not just NIL, of really being able to create a personal connection with some of your favorite athletes, and for the athletes to make a personal connection with a lot of our biggest fans. And that's been one of my biggest things ever since I picked up some level of notoriety. I always want to be able to build a connection with the people who support me, because I remember being a kid at Walter Camp. I think it was 2009. This is how far back I remember. This is how much of an impact it has on me. I remember seeing Tim Tebow. He was over there playing the Wii, and I couldn't get his autograph, and it sticks to me that day. So I just want to make sure that no kid ever feels the way that I felt that night.
Now
As a
having this
person.
part, now having this partnership, Tyler, have you seen the social media jump some? Have you seen the Twitter of a social media grow a little bit since being a part of the partnership?
Oh, definitely, and that's what I really love about this partnership. I'm able to build my brand by attaching myself with an already established brand. So um, I just can't wait to continue to be a part of it and continue to grow through the Players Lounge and keep growing with them and do new things with them as well.
You're just checking out the show, people. We got Tyler Booker, Alabama freshman offensive lineman, right here virtually on In My Own Words on a Friday. So, Tyler, having a guy like Eric Wolford as your offensive line coach, seeing what he did at Kentucky and a great job he did there, turning that group to be a Joe Moore Award finalist. What has he done since coming in here that has got your attention to understand this guy knows what he's doing? He's going to coach me right. He's going to prepare me to be the next great lineman to come through Alabama. How's that relationship been like, first off, with Coach Wolford?
Me and Coach Wolf has always had a great relationship ever since he offered me back in my junior year, towards the beginning of my junior year. We always had a great relationship. When he was at South Carolina, then he offered me again. We continued to build our relationship while he was at Kentucky. So once he came in and took over as an offensive line coach, I was very excited because I always had a great feeling about him. It's just that places that he was at just weren't up to the standard that I had for myself. So my parents tell me all the time everything happens for a reason and never burn a bridge. So I'm glad I didn't burn that bridge with Coach Wolf, because now he's helping me grow so much just as an offensive lineman technically, and he knows how to coach me, and he he understands that people process things differently. So he's gonna say and teach and show me a play the way until I understand it. He's gonna tell me in different ways until he sees what hits my brain. And once he know how that hits my brain, his knows what verbiage hits my brain, then he'll continue to teach me like that. He's done that with some of my other teammates. So he's very understanding. You can tell he really cares, and he's out there. He's out there working just like we are. He's working like he's one of us. So I just love to see that from a coach who's putting in the same amount of work as me. And it's a lot
Uh,
easier. It's a lot easier to respect somebody who's not gonna ask more of you than they ask of themselves.
Absolutely. And Tyler, I know coming from IMG, you showed a lot of versatility, as a lineman on the field. But at Alabama, where do you see yourself fitting in with this offensive line? Do you see yourself as more of a guard? Do you see yourself as more of a tackle? How do you see yourself fitting into that whole puzzle on the offensive line?
To be completely honest with you, I'm just a ball player. Wherever I fit best on the field, wherever I give my team the best chance to win, that's where I'm willing to play, and that's where I see myself working out, whether that be at guard, or tackle, left or right side. I just want to be able to have the ability to play all of those positions because the best ability is availability, you know. But getting a lot of spending my high school years at tackle, getting a lot of reps at tackle, and then at the All American game, I strategically put myself at guard just so I have a lot of experience playing at guard. So I have a little bit of guard under my belt. So just having that solid basic foundation and now being in the room with Coach Wolf, he's making sure that I learn both positions just so I'm available.
When you decided, Tyler, to enroll early for spring football in Tuscaloosa, I mean, what was one of the biggest things you learned coming into spring ball, getting an early jump on the offense, getting an early jump on the terminologies and formations, getting an early jump on classwork? What was one of the first things that you learned immediately upon getting on campus enrolling in spring?
Like you said, I went to IMG Academy, so I've been there since the end of my freshman year. So I've pretty much been in college for 3.5 years prior to me actually enrolling early. So I was used to being on time for things. I was used to going to class, having classes at awkward times that aren't usual to a regular high school schedule. I was used to all that study hall tutoring, being on time for things, being accountable, holding myself accountable. And we even lifted the same at IMG Academy. You had a lot of explosive lifts. So the thing that really took a while for me to get adjusted to is the speed of the game. Everything just moves a lot faster. You know, you just got to be able to go and roll with the punches. And during spring ball, I had to rely a lot on my mental training and just remember, okay, on to the next play, on to the next play. And then even Coach Wolf had to tell me, hey man, you're a freshman. Don't be too hard on yourself. Just take it one play at a time and have the next play mentality.
When you look at and we got Tyler Booker here on the line, if you're just checking us out here, offensive lineman, freshman offensive lineman for your Crimson Tide. And Tyler, when you just look at the team goal, of course, winning that national championship, everybody has it on their mind. But would you have, or do you have any big personal goals that you want to set year one as you try to show the world, okay, this is who Tyler Booker is? Any personal goals you may have?
My personal goal is just to take it one day at a time. Everything that I do, I feel like. So when I just came in, they had all of the leaderships, everybody on the leadership committee coming to talk to us, and the same thing that everybody said to me was just take everything one day at a time. Win every day, and at the end of every day, I ask myself, did I win today? Did I put myself in a position to be better today than I was yesterday? So taking everything one day at a time, winning every day individually will set me up for long-term success, and that'll help me reach all the goals that I have set for this year. Because I've always looked at into the future. And something my strength coach, Coach Dillman, told me, he said, be where your feet are. So that taught me to really slow down and take everything one day at a time, take everything day by day. So as I do that, I'm just going to be the best version of myself and do everything that I need to do to put myself in a position to be ready whenever my name is called.
What is it, Tyler, about IMG that just prepares players for the next level, especially Alabama? Because I look at, you coming from IMG, J.C. Latham from IMG, Evan Neal from IMG, Alex Leatherwood from IMG. A lot of guys have rolled through IMG down there in Florida. So what is it about that place? What is it about that program that prepares athletes like yourself to go to D1 schools, particular go to Alabama, and be ready to jump in that fire, to jump in that competition?
It's really just the standard. All Eagles go out of the door as soon as you step foot on campus, just because on the football team, you're surrounded by 4 and 5 stars. That really means nothing to us. What are you going to do on this practice field when you put those pads on? And then even in the classroom, you might be a 5-star, but next to me, I got 5-star Jarris Walker. He goes to Houston right now. And another one of my class, I got Eric Daly. He's one of the best basketball players in the class. I got top tennis players, top golf players in their respective age group. So just being around that much greatness, you have no choice but to elevate, And something that the saying I said a lot is, you show me your 4 closest friends, I'll show you your future. And at IMG Academy, you have no choice but to be friends with elite people.
He is Tyler Booker, ladies and gentlemen, freshman offensive lineman for your Crimson Tide. Looking forward to seeing Tyler, what you do on the field. Wishing you an outstanding season. Take care of yourself, brother. Be good. Don't work too hard out there, but be good, my man.
All right, thanks. Have a good one. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.